first thing we're going to talk about, fun creating system, is play. Play is fundamental. Animals play. We all play. Taking play and applying it to your work actually is one of the best ways to enjoy it more, but actually be better at your work. Richard Feynman was a Nobel-winning physicist, one of the greatest physicists of all time. He used to refer to his work as serious play. Serious play. He said he would literally play with physics, and he explored questions for fun with curiosity rather than having to produce something and create something. So when you take that mentality of how can I be playful, curious, enjoy the process of sales and selling and consulting, all that goes with it, versus I just have to get to an end result. I got to close the deal. I got to get past the objections. Taking that curiosity, and curiosity is one of the greatest virtues in sales, frankly, I've ever found, and is why I consider it one of my personal superpowers, because the more curious I am, the more effective I am, the better I am at discovery, the more engaged I am with the process, and the more the prospect feels that, and it's more likely to, at the end of the day, convert to a sale. So approaching sales just like Nobel Laureate Feynman did, with serious play, curiosity. Another piece of that is being experimental, being willing to make mistakes, learn things in the process, sometimes get it right, but being experimental, just like a good scientist, not having to feel the pressure of getting it right every time, stumble, fumble sometimes. And the more you can do that, the more it's going to make it feel like a playful activity. You know, when you're playing basketball or tennis, if you miss a shot, hopefully you don't get all bummed out and, storm off. That's just part of the game. You're going to miss. So part of playing in sales is accepting that you're going to miss. You're going to have off days, but that's part of being a good experimenter, a good scientist, and playing with it. Let's talk about play styles. So there are different personalities and play styles that have been identified. So one of the other things you can do to play more in your work is to identify your unique play personality. Stuart Brown, the godfather of play research. Yes, there's a real field of study, play research. It's awesome. Check it out. Stuart Brown and researchers identified 8 distinct play personalities. So let's go through them, try to figure out what yours is, and then we'll talk about how to apply it. So one is the Joker. This is where you're humorous, you're playful, you like humor, you like making others laugh, you like laughing yourself. I happen to be a joker. That's one of my play personalities, my play styles. So I'll literally take this into sales conversations. I'll crack some jokes appropriately. I'll laugh if they say something funny. I'll be lighthearted. Injecting that levity, that lightness into what can otherwise be a really serious conversation, it's going to make it more enjoyable. It's going to lower walls and barriers for their prospect. Again, make the whole process not just more fun, but more effective. The next play personality is the kinesthete, like kinesthetic, body. Someone who enjoys physical activity, movement. A little harder to do maybe on a presentation, although it's a reminder to use your hands, use gestures, be active, engage your body. There are ways to do it, but I'll even do that when I'm off of sales calls. If I'm on meetings, I have a standing desk. I'll raise up. I have a walking pad underneath, so I'm walking, I'm moving. Or before getting on a sales interaction, juice yourself up and do some burpees, do some jumping jacks. So if you're a kinesthete, you feel joy from moving your body, that's a great play style to use throughout the day. The next play style is the explorer, someone who likes discovering new things and exploring different environments, or not just physically, but in your mind as well. This I find really helpful during discovery. When you're on the discovery phase of a sales interaction, being a good explorer. Discovery actually comes from the Latin word to expose. So exposing the truth, exposing the hidden gems, exposing the hidden costs or pains associated with not working with you, exposing and exploring and discovering what's at stake and what they have to gain, and maybe some things they didn't even understand before, giving them some insights. Think of it like being a treasure hunter for pain and solutions and insights. So if you're an explorer, come into the sales conversation, especially discovery phase, and really explore, be curious, ask deep questions, be like shine a flashlight and look for the truth, especially in a way they haven't seen it. That's going to make you more of an asset, you more of a teacher and a consultant, which is going to help you close the deal. Next play style is the competitor. All right, this one definitely goes well in sales. So this is anyone who enjoys challenges and winning. Being in the President's Club, being on top of the leaderboard, or even competing with yourself. It's not just about others. Some of the best competition is internal. So beating your own records, increasing your best previous close ratios, shortening the sales cycle, whatever it is, however you want to measure it. But if you're a competitor, sales is a great environment for you because there's a lot of metrics and measurement. So tuning in and really pushing yourself to get better and better is going to help you play with that work and the active competition. Next play style is the director, someone who enjoys organizing and leading activities. This is great. Helps you be a better asset to your team, maybe offering to lead some trainings, organize some social events, be that social organizer on your sales team. Great for leadership as well. If you want to get into leadership or if you are in leadership, just know that this is literally a play style. You being a good organizer and directing social activities is one of the types of play. So you can play with that. Next is the collector, someone who likes collecting things and organizing them. I'm a bit of a collector myself, got a lot of books. I love collecting ideas. That's one of the reasons I love doing these trainings, and because I love to collect personal development ideas, test them, and apply them to sales and help others apply them too. So if you're a collector, maybe you're going to find new strategies and new information about your product or service, new tools and philosophies and strategies for sales. Continue to deepen your studies in sales strategy and processes. Pipeline organization, managing your pipeline, being more organized, knowing that can be a way to actually play and bring joy to yourself if you happen to be a collector. And everybody is a little bit of all of these things, but typically people will have 1, 2, 3 where they're really strong. So you're going to want to lean into that play style. Last two play styles is one, the artist or creator, someone who enjoys expressing themselves through creativity, through art. I am definitely a bit of a creative here. I love solving problems. I love finding solutions on sales interactions for the client's needs. That's a really creative act and goes well with sales. And the final type of play style is the storyteller, someone who loves sharing stories and engaging in imaginative play, painting vivid pictures. So you can share case studies, paint a really juicy, clear picture of the future results that your prospect is going to get by working with you, or what's going to happen if they keep going down the road of the same problem they have that brought you this conversation. Another element that goes great with storytelling is metaphors. Metaphors are powerful because it links an idea that the prospect already is really aware of, understands, with maybe something that they're not as familiar with, but it builds that familiarity quickly. So using figurative language and metaphors in your sales conversations and your storytelling, super effective. So those are the 8 play styles. Remember, being playful like Richard Feynman, just like he played with his physics and got him to a Nobel medal, you can be playful in your sales work.